Hi everyone, Mrs. David Pryor here, and today I'm coming to talk to you guys about the Evelyn Lozada and Chad Ochocinco Johnson drama. Okay, so it's been reported that Evelyn Lozada has now filed for a divorce from Chad Ochocinco Johnson. It's also been reported that the couple was recently in a domestic dispute. For those of you who don't know what was reported and what was said to have happened, it was said that the couple were taking groceries from out the back part of their smart car. Evelyn then came across a receipt for some condoms. The two got into a heated argument, which led to Ocho headbutting Evelyn and Evelyn running to the neighbor's house to call 911. It's also been said by Chad that he was the one who got headbutted. Okay, so here's my opinion on what I think really happened in this situation. My opinion, from looking at the two of their past behavior, was that Evelyn probably did headbutted him. Y'all can be mad, but here's why I said this. We've all seen Basketball Wives. We've all seen how Evelyn fly off the handle and she throws bottles at people, scream, yell, cuss people out, jumping across tables, and everything of that kind. But we've never seen or really heard about Ocho getting in any type of trouble in that sense. We've never really seen him really have run-ins with the law. So it led me to really sit down and think, and made me believe that Evelyn might have headbutted him. Okay, so she might have found a receipt for some condoms. She might have questioned him about it. But we all know that the questioning did not go down her being politely asking him, whose receipt is this? I happened to find it in the back of the car. I was just wondering, was this your receipt or anything like that? We all know she probably would screaming and yelling and cussing and going, whose receipt is it, Chad? Whose receipt is it? So, yeah, in the end, I do believe that Evelyn might have got upset and headbutted him. But she can't really, in my opinion, she can't really be mad at him for going out and buying condoms. Because in Basketball Wives, everyone's seen the whole situation where she was sitting down on the couch talking to him and telling him, I know that you're an athlete. I know that when y'all go on y'all away games, there's females running through the hotel rooms and whatnot. I wouldn't like the fact that you were stepping out on me, but if you choose to step out on me, I would appreciate it if you go buy condoms and all this other stuff. So, in my opinion, it's giving him, her saying that is giving him the thought that, okay, she might be just a little bit mad, but she ain't gonna be too mad about it because she the one who told me to go out and go purchase the condoms if I'm gonna do this. Not to mention that she was already on Candy Coated Nights talking about how they had brought another lady into their bedroom and was trying to have a three-way and all this other stuff like that. So it's sending him the signals and the message that it's okay. It's okay for me to go out and sleep with this one and that one and this one and that one as long as I have some condoms. So, in my opinion, she can't be too mad. She can't be too upset for him going out there and buying the condoms. He's just doing what she said for him to do. Go use condoms. Hey, can't really blame him for that one if she's telling him to. My other problem with this situation is now that she's been a victim or supposedly has been a victim of domestic violence, she's ready to run and be the poster child for domestic violence and everything. But she wasn't ready to be the poster child for domestic violence back on when she was on Basketball Wives, hollering and screaming and throwing bottles at people. And she wasn't also ready to be a domestic representative for domestic violence back when she was on the show. I don't know if y'all remember with on Basketball Wives with Gloria, and they were at the reunion, and Gloria was like, "Well, you all are just jealous." And one thing that came out her mouth was, "What I got to be jealous of? You know, you and your relationship. Why I got to be jealous of you and your relationship when you and your dude are out there beating the heck out of each other?" Okay, well, the way she said it when they were on the show was like as if she was sort of making fun or trying to make light of the situation that Gloria and Matt was supposedly having a domestic dispute problem. Now that it's happened to her, she's ready to run and be the poster child for domestic violence being the wrong thing to have happen and all this other stuff. Look, I see domestic violence as if whether it's a man beating a woman beating a man, or two people, friends, strangers, or whoever out in the middle of the street beating each other's behind. It's just violence is violence. It all falls underneath the category of violence, whether it's domestic violence or not. Whether it's a person shooting somebody in the head or not. Violence is violence. She's throwing bottles at people, jumping on top of tables, screaming and hollering, and now all of a sudden this situation happens and she's ready to go run and be the good girl, do right, poster child for it. Now, I'm not saying that if he did hit her, it was the right thing to do. I'm not saying that if she did headbutt him, it was the right thing to do. Okay, but I have a problem with how now that it's happened with her and Chad that she decides, hey, I want to go be the poster child for this. No, you should have been trying to be the poster child for that. Don't wait until now to try to be the poster child for it. Okay, so then now she's filing for divorce from him. My opinion is she knew what she was getting into when her and Chad first started that relationship. If you have to sit down with your man and tell your man, hey, I wouldn't enjoy you stepping out on me, but if you do, go buy some condoms. Okay, granted, you would want your man to go buy condoms because you wouldn't want him bringing no diseases or nothing like that back to you. Okay, but that's not a conversation that you should even have to have. That obviously means that something was going on when they weren't even engaged yet. That means something was already going on then for her to have to sit down and have a conversation with him. So that right there was one of her biggest clues, one of her biggest red flags that, hey, this is what I'm getting into if I decide to go walk down the aisle with this guy. You can't change it now. I guess she thought that once the two of them were married, he was going to change a little bit or whatever. But, no. He's still doing what he do. Okay. So now my question is the public and the media going to give them two so much critique and criticism on their relationship? Because now, if you all can recall, when Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries got a divorce after being married all of 72 days, the media, the public was all, oh, she can't keep a man and this, that, and the other, and, all the other cruel and hurtful things about their relationship. Now, I'm wondering if the public and the media are going to give Ocho and Evelyn the same type of criticism, because if you think about it, they've been married for maybe a little bit over a month. What? They got married July 4th. It's now 17th of August. So a little over a month. And she's now filing for divorce. Now, I'm in no way saying, if y'all two in the house abusing one another, that it's okay to stick around and stay. No. If he beating the heck out of you, girl, leave. Leave dust. Be gone. Same way goes for him. If she's beating the heck out of him, leave. Be gone. Leave smoke. But, they've been married for a little over a month, and something like a receipt leads to all this, a receipt for condoms, knowing in fact that you sat down and have the conversation with old boy that, hey, if you do this, go pick you up some condoms. You knew what you was getting into. Everybody else knew what you was getting into. So the fact that she's ready to get, she was willing to get so upset, you found the condoms and da-da-da-da, and probably went off on dude for having a receipt for some condoms. He did what she was asking. He chose to step out on her. He chose to do it with used condoms. Hey, he was doing what she said. I'm not saying in no way that it was right for him to step out on her, but I am saying she knew what she was getting herself into. If I had to sit down and talk to my husband and tell him, hey, if this is going to happen, go get some condoms, my mind would have said, no, don't walk down the aisle with him yet. He's not ready to be somebody's husband, let alone be in a serious relationship if he wasn't going to be faithful. No. So, hey, it is what it is. But I guess we're going to see what goes on from here with this, because now they're getting divorced. The show that they're supposed to have, Ev and Ocho's, is said to now is going to be canceled. They might go ahead and show the little bit that they did film and try to stretch it out. They might not. We all don't know what's going to happen with the two of them for them. But I can say I knew it was only a matter of time before the two of them, because something wasn't right with that. I'm not saying love don't happen. I'm not saying, you meet a dude and 2 weeks later you guys can get married and live together and one and everything. But the two of them, that just didn't seem right when they was hooking up on Basketball Wives like it was gonna work. This is just my opinion. You guys, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I don't have all my facts right. So comment, let me know. Maybe you can help me figure the situation out as well. So that's all I have to say about this. You guys subscribe, rate, comment, let me know what you think. And I'll be back to you guys soon with another video. Bye.